Hey friends, welcome back to Theme Park Guy Productions. Back home here in Orlando today, we're at Universal Orlando Resort. Gonna go ahead and check out how the parks are doing, get some updates, especially with some big ones up at Universal Studios today with the new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift that's coming next year. We got a lot to cover here today, and also check out some of the summer offerings because it's not just Fast and Furious, but they have a new tribute store we gotta check out. There's a new nightclub over in City Walk we'll have to walk through. It's not open today, but we'll have to check it out because I do have some footage I'll show you guys. But let's not waste any more time. Let's head on in. First things first, over at City Walk, they do have a little trailer over here, a little food truck set over here. They got some stuff over here for the World Cup, which is currently going on right now. I don't really watch soccer that much, but they do have the World Cup going on right now. Again, if I had to root for a team, I'd root for probably Germany. Just because part of my family is German, so I mean, that's a reason to root for Germany. But again, I don't really watch soccer as much. Or in other countries, it's called football. Like we have football here in America, but that's American football. But in other countries, soccer is called football. However, we can now kind of get a big look at the track progress for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. This roller coaster is opening up next year in 2027, but we can see from right here, it has definitely made some good progress on this attraction since my last vlog. You can see they got one of the helixes, I guess this is one of the turnarounds, it's already complete. And then they have already working on a spike over here. This is gonna be like a little twisted spike. I guess this was gonna be on the version at Universal Studios in Hollywood, but I guess they're not getting it, but we're getting it here in Orlando, so that's gonna be awesome. We'll have to look at it closer later on, but yeah, that is looking fantastic. I cannot wait to experience this attraction next year. And then over here was the former site for the Universal Epic Universe Preview Center, which has now been changed to the Universal Legacy Store. And so they have changed up this entire room right here. So if you walk in here, this is formerly where you can see all the portals for Epic Universe, but now they got a bunch of merchandise set over here from different classic Universal movies. Like you got Monsters right here, which represents Monsters Unchained. You got E.T. Adventure, or E.T., sorry, which represents E.T. Adventure. And then you got Back to the Future right here, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. And then Jaws, which is another one of my favorite movies of all time. And then you got various types of merchandise over here. Like over here, they got a bunch from where the Epic Universe model was. So yep, this is just a look over here at the Universal Legacy store. And this is cool over here. They've already started construction on a new restaurant coming to City Walk, I believe in 2027. I believe it's a Luke Bryan restaurant. That's gonna be super cool. It's pretty awesome and good to see this as we're heading over to Universal Islands of Adventure. So the pathway is a little more narrow now compared to what it was before they started construction. As you can see, Hulk roaring in the distance right there. We're heading in to Universal Islands of Adventure to see what updates they got going over there, because there are some updates we need to talk about. Now we've entered the park, and crowds overall are really not bad at all this morning. It is about 10:37 right now. Today is Tuesday, June 16th is when I'm filming this video. But yeah, crowds really are not that bad. Usually June, like the first bit of June usually is very busy. Then after that, it settles down big time. And July, for the most part, is pretty moderate. So crowds should be pretty manageable for today. But yeah, as we're entering into the Islands of Adventure. Wow, this looks absolutely like, every time I come in here, I know this is like, I'm a local here, but it still is just so beautiful. Like every time I enter this park, I just am mesmerized by this view. Now today the park is open until 10 o'clock, so yep, we are in summer hours, which is awesome. So during the summer, most of the parks will stay open as late as they usually do, which is awesome. So now look at the wait times. Velocicoaster is 25 minutes, that's crazy. Spider-Man's 30, Hulk's 25, Cat in the Hat's 5 minutes, Seuss Trolley Train Ride is also 5 minutes. And then as we move on to the next screen, I know they skipped right through Velocicoaster, so yeah. Yeah, Kong is 45, Ripsaw is 5, Popeyes is 5, Hagrid's is like 60 minutes. Dang, which we gotta talk about Hagrid's. Hippogriff is 25, Forbidden Journey is 15 minutes. Yeah, very light crowd, surprisingly, considering it is the summer break now. Like for example, you know it's not busy when Hagrid's is an hour. An hour or lower, you know it's not busy, which is insane. And we gotta talk about something with Hagrid's, like I mentioned before, that there is a big change coming to Hagrid's. So the first big update for today is going to be at the Lost Continent, which, if you guys know, like about 3 years ago, they did close the Poseidon's Fury walkthrough attraction, and I think Sinbad also closed. However, Universal has confirmed that they are starting demolition, which they already have started demolition on majority of the area. So Mythos will be closing pretty soon, but that's still open right now. However, Poseidon's Fury's building still intact for the most part. It's back there when we go over there later that we really got to showcase, which is the Sinbad, former site of Sinbad, which is now completely bulldozed. So yeah, you got kind of see the distance right there. A lot of that former site of the building is now gone, which is crazy to see. Which this was once one of like the most like immersive areas in Islands when the park first opened in 1999, but it has kind of become dated over the years. So it's nice to see that they're adding something new over here in this area. So we're gonna start off with a ride on Velocicoaster, which like we saw during the wait times, it was only hosting a 25-minute standby, which is crazy, although the line is kind of spilled outside already. But this line does move really, really fast. So it's probably jumped up already, but as you see, Velocicoaster's going over the top hat, going down the drop, into the Zero G Stall. This is my #1 roller coaster of all time still. Not even Air Force could beat this ride. But yeah, Velocicoaster still says 25 minutes, so I'm sure it was probably 25 minutes. Like I said, it's just got a rush of people coming into the coaster now. So let's go ahead and enter the queue. Just got off back row on Jurassic World Velocicoaster. I only waited maybe 15-20 minutes for that, and it's still 25 minutes, which is crazy. But yeah, that thing is running absolutely phenomenal in the back row. Like, I feel like my butt was out of my seat more than it was in my seat, which has always been the case for Velocicoaster, but it's just, I feel like every time I've ridden it this year, it's just running so good. Like, there's a reason why that's my #1 coaster of all time. It's truly just a phenomenal experience. Now going back to the Lost Continent, when Lost Continent does close, it'll be sad when they get rid of the chicken stingers, because the chicken stingers, oh, those are delicious. Those are delicious. They're one of my favorite things. Me and my family absolutely love those chicken stingers here at Islands of Adventure. But we're approaching, this is where the former site for 8th Voyage of Sinbad stunt show was. They also got rid of the Mystic Fountain too, which is sad. And they even walled off the Halloween Horror Nights store. No, that is sad. That is absolutely depressing, but hey, we got bigger and better coming pretty soon to this area. So now we're entering the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and the big update over here, we actually got a couple of updates, but one of the biggest updates over here is with Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. So, in order to ride this attraction, you have 3 different ways to enter. You can either enter through the standby queue, through a Universal Express, and single rider. However, starting at the beginning of July 1st, Universal will no longer be offering Express for Hagrid's. And so Hagrid's will just convert back to what it was before with just a standby and the single rider. This is due to the higher than anticipated demand for Hagrid's Express. As you guys can see, like right now it's 60 minutes, which is not bad. I'm actually tempted to check out how single rider is. Maybe we'll grab a ride on Hagrid's, but yeah, like we've seen wait times of maybe like 200 minutes consistently when this attraction had Express. And that was even during slow season. So yeah, I mean, this is already a popular ride before, but the lines got really bad for Hagrid's when it had Express, so this is why they're getting rid of it. But let's go check out how Single Rider is. Maybe we'll grab a ride on it. Yeah, I decided to bail on that one since Single Rider was closed, which is fine. I mean, 60 minutes, which is really not bad, but today I really don't feel like waiting that long of a queue necessarily. But 60 minutes really is great for Hagrid's. Like, that's fantastic. Just, again, it'll be much easier going on Hagrid's once the Express does go away, and then it'll just be standby, so the line then should move much faster. But the other big update I wanted to share is over here at Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. So for a while, the castle was kind of tarped off because they were doing some refurbishment work to it, which is now complete, and it looks absolutely fantastic from right here. Like, this is absolutely breathtaking. I mean, you just see how shiny and vibrant it is, and it just looks so good. We're gonna go ahead and grab in a ride on Forbidden Journey, one of my favorite dark rides of all time. But yeah, here's a look at the Harry Potter castle. It looks so well done. It does. I think there is some stuff they still need to do, like this area still is not like fully complete, unless it is already complete. But yeah, here's a look at the castle. It looks absolutely fantastic. So I was able to manage actually 2 rides. So I did Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is as great as always. And then I did Flight of the Hippogriff, which had no line. I feel like Flight of the Hippogriff always has like a decent sized queue. And Flight of the Hippogriff was running pretty good too. I got row 2 on that one. Literally walked right on, which is very rare for Flight of the Hippogriff, I feel like. But yeah, over in Hogsmeade, this bridge that leads you over to Jurassic Park is now open. And also you can get a great view of the Hogwarts Castle right here, which, like I said, looks absolutely spectacular now with the new paint job. Yeah, and you gotta love that view of Flight of the Hippogriff too. And I'm definitely late on this, but over at the Pizza Predatoria, they've got some new like bread cones. So if you guys know at How to Train a Dragon, Isle of Berk, they have like the mac and cheese cones and all that stuff. Well, over here at Pizza Predatoria, they have a chicken Alfredo cone and a meatball marinara cone. That is really neat that they're bringing it over here to North Campus here. So yeah, if you don't really have any plans to go to Epic, you can grab your bread cones over here at Pizza Predatoria. And we gotta give an update over here for Jurassic Park River Adventure. You can see they are kind of redoing that top for the entrance for the attraction. Although Buyer Construct did like capture this, and it looks like they are doing some testing now to the attraction, or just some boat testing. They had the water on, and so yeah, they're getting that done. But again, I don't think there's really gonna be any changes to the story. It's not gonna be the Jurassic World ride like it is over at California. But it's nice to see that they are making progress for Jurassic Park River Adventure. It should be open around November. November is when the attraction will reopen from its refurbishment. So closed for majority of the 2026 season, but again, it'll be shining better than ever in 2027. You got W-Do-Right Dripsaw Falls going over here, and today would be a nice day to go get soaked on one of your favorite water rides. And this is also a reminder to make sure that you are staying hydrated if you are here in Orlando, as it is the summer season right now. So again, highs always be like in the higher 90s, lower hundreds. And so when you're here visiting the Orlando parks, you want to make sure that you are staying hydrated. Like I said, it gets very hot here during the summer months. Like, I've seen a lot of people pass out due to dehydration here in the parks during the summer. And so this is just your frequent reminder to remember to stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, ride one of your favorite water rides, or even visit the water parks. Just try to find a way to stay cool and stay hydrated. Hey, you got Captain America doing meet and greets over here. And so now we're at Marvel Superhero Island. As you can tell, Hulk is roaring right there over in the distance. We're gonna grab a ride on Hulk in a bit. But yeah, even though this area has definitely got a little more dated comparison to other areas, like in the Marvel, like for example, like what Disney has over at California Adventure, this still holds up pretty good. Over here, Spider-Man's only a 20-minute standby. That's insane. Like I said, wait times here are very light for the summer. Like, that is nuts. Like, you would not see this like maybe 10 years ago during the summer months, but I feel like since maybe 2023, summer crowds have really just begun dying down big time. Our next attraction for today is going to be the Incredible Hulk coaster, Launch B&M Sit Down. This is one of my favorite coasters out there. I think I would put it as probably my favorite B&M looping coaster of all time. Oh, look at that, Single Rider doesn't even have a line right now. So yeah, wait time must be quite short, or it just has a short queue. So yeah, I'm willing to grab in a ride on Hulk. I think it said it has a 15-minute standby right now, which is crazy. Oh, it's only 10. It's only 10 minutes right now for the Hulk. That's fantastic. As you can see, yeah, oh yeah, there's empty seats. That is awesome, yeah. Definitely grabbing a ride on the Hulk. Now, yep, it's 15 minutes. But still, let's grab in a ride on the Hulk. Just grabbed in a ride on the Incredible Hulk coaster, gone row 6, and I think it's so intense. That was running really good today. The audio was cutting out from time to time on this go around, but it's still such a fantastic coaster. Like, I still agree that that is the most intense B&M roller coaster of all time. I might go in and grab in a ride on the S&S drop tower. That is Dr. Doom's Fear Fall. It's like 2 pairs of S&S drop towers. These things are fun, in my opinion. Like, this ride isn't my favorite, but it's a good little drop tower. Yeah, Dr. Doom's Fear Fall, that thing, so much fun. Lots of airtime at the top, and it's just like, it's not my favorite drop tower ever, but you know what? It's still fun for what it is. But now it is time to leave Islands of Adventure. We're gonna head over to the other park, Universal Studios Florida, to experience some of the attractions over there and give out some more updates, especially on the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster. As we're closing out, looks like they are still doing some work over to the facade for the Croissant Moon Bakery. They finished the one for the Confisco Grill, which looks really good, but they're still working on it for the Croissant Moon Bakery. What's pretty cool over here is that in the shade over here, they got the cool zones. I guess during the hotter months, which is pretty awesome. Again, like I said, you gotta keep yourself hydrated, keep yourself cool, because like I said, it is very hot today here in Orlando. Like I said, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. I'm gonna keep reminding y'all this over the summer. Drink lots of water and just stay hydrated, because yeah, it gets brutally hot during the summer months. So now we're walking up close to the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Spike. Wow, this thing is huge. I'm just looking at the track width. The track is massive for this roller coaster. And what's crazy is that it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be like a spinning coaster. It's not gonna be like Velocicoaster where it's just like straightforward. This is gonna be a spinning coaster. So imagine going up this spike and back while spinning. That's gonna be nuts. Yeah, I cannot wait to experience this roller coaster next year. 2027, please come sooner. So now we're walking up to the entrance for Universal Studios Florida. And the thing I wanted to talk about here is look at all this. So this is previously like the studio's color, but it's now been painted white. The guest services buildings are now painted white. So now it just leaves the arch to be repainted. So the rumor is that This arch, oh, sorry, they're taking a picture. This arch will also be painted white. That's the rumor. But again, it's still in the current colors that it is right now, but there's a possibility that this will also be painted white. So just keep that in mind if you're coming here to Universal Studios Florida. This might look a little different. So here's a look at the wait times. You got ET at 15, Trolls was 5, 25 minutes for Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem. You got 10 minutes for Villain Con, Minion Blast. Next Born shows at 1 o'clock. And then if we keep scrolling through, you got a 35-minute wait for The Mummy, 20 minutes for Race to New York starring Jimmy Fallon, 30 minutes for Transformers The Ride 3D. And then Men in Black is currently closed for annual maintenance right now, but it does reopen tomorrow. The next parade is gonna be at 7 p.m. Fast and Furious Supercharged, which closes at 6, is at 10 o'clock. Sensational is at 9 o'clock. Oh yeah, Fast and Furious is a 10-minute wait, I meant to say that. And Simpsons Ride is currently at 40 minutes. And Gringotts is currently delayed right now. So yeah, wait times aren't too bad at Universal Studios Florida. Again, very light crowds, which is very surprising considering we are in the summer season. Now I'm trying to figure out what the heck is this on top of the Universal Studios store. I'm trying to figure out what the heck that is. I guess it could be for the summer, who knows? Now I know why that was on top of this Universal Studios store. So I guess they're promoting the new Minions movie, which is coming out in July 1st. So I guess that explains everything. Now we're in New York, had a delicious lunch at Minions Cafe. We're in New York now, and you can't really see much going on over here, but I do know that they have worked on track for the maintenance bay for the roller coaster. They started working on that queue building there too. So yeah, because you guys can see, yeah, that definitely, they are making some progress over here, and they actually did install some track over here. Now you can see the track right there, which looks really cool. I'm not sure if this is necessarily going to be maintenance track or if this is going to be part of the ride, but yep, things are coming along, guys. It is all coming along together. But now we're going to go ahead and grab a ride on Revenge of the Mummy. Standby is 35 minutes, but they do have single rider open, so we'll see if single rider makes a difference for today. It's usually hit or miss. Just got off of Revenge of the Mummy, and that's still one of the best indoor roller coasters around. Waited about maybe 20 to 25 from that one in single rider. The line itself was really not bad at all, except we did have a small delay while waiting in line, so that was kind of, you know, it is what it is, but still a fantastic coaster overall. Definitely one of the best indoor coasters to this day. Over here, you still got Fast and Furious Supercharged, which is still in operation right now. But once the new ride does open up, or once it gets closer to opening, this attraction will close permanently. And this is new to me. I don't know if they recently redid this or not, but I feel like they gave the Richer Scale a new makeover. I guess it's for the summer. Whoa! Yeah, they totally did for the Richer Scale. They had like all this Jaws theming and stuff. Why do I feel like I've never seen this before? But it looks really, really good. And they got the whole 4th of July celebration for Jaws. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, why do I feel like I've never seen that before? But yeah, that looks really cool from the exterior though. That is fantastic. And inside the Richer Scale, I'm not sure if this is exactly what it usually looks like, I haven't eaten at the Richter Scale in such a long time, but they do have all this like American celebration stuff over here. I guess for the 4th of July or just in general, they got all the Jaws stuff. They gotta have this year round. Like, I feel like this is just normal decoration. I'm just like, wow, like I'm just not used to seeing this. That's kind of exactly what I'm getting off here. But yeah, they got the Jaws poster here. But yeah, I don't remember seeing all this though. Like, this is so bizarre to me. Like this I am familiar with. Like, I am familiar with the Jaws statue right there with the shark. Like, I am familiar with that. I guess they probably may have brought it back for the summer because they had it last year. Like, I remember last year they had that, and I have a vlog to that as well. But yeah, at least inside that restaurant, like, that is all new to me. So over here is Men in Black Alien Attack. Right now it is still currently closed for maintenance. Although when this video is uploaded, it should be back open. So it does reopen as of when this is filming tomorrow, June 17th. Like I said, today is June 16th. So the ride is still closed for annual maintenance. However, it hopefully should return pretty soon. I mean, I hope it does. It's definitely one of my favorite rides just in this park. It is an older ride, but still, I mean, I have a blast just marathoning it, trying to outdo my friends every time I ride this ride. Making our way into DreamWorks Land. This area definitely seems pretty, like, there's decently crowded. I'm not saying it's slammed, it's just definitely a lot of people here in DreamWorks Land today. Shrek's doing his meet and greet right now, Shrek and Doc. I remember I met them when I came here for the first time in 2024 in this area, and oh, it's sad. So they used to have a splash pad here back in the day, now it's just nothing. Not sure why they got rid of that necessarily, but I mean, it could be for cost reasons. Most of the time that's what it usually is. Over here is the Pose Kung Fu Training Camp, which is currently closed right now. I guess they're doing some more annual maintenance to it. From what I've heard, this area does reopen around the 4th of July. So right now they're still kind of fixing it up right now, sprucing it, getting it ready for July and many more months in the future. But yeah, this is look at the Pose Kung Fu Training Camp right now. There goes Troller Coaster right there, only a 10-minute standby. Those happy riders on the roller coaster right there. Won't be riding that, even though it's a 10-minute wait. Won't be riding that for today. We're gonna go over and we're gonna go experience ET Adventure. I feel like at least for the next bit of the video, this is a ride that you definitely have to experience because the whole summer tribute store is themed after Steven Spielberg. And so why not grabbing a ride on Steven Spielberg's attraction himself with ET Adventure. And you got Puss in Boots coming out over here, saying hi to all the amazing guests. But it's all good, Puss in Boots. We're gonna go ride ET Adventure, say hi to ET himself. Posted wait's about 35 minutes. Like I said, this park does feel slightly busier than Islands of Adventure did, which is unusual. Normally Islands of Adventure is way busier than this park. But hey, I mean, they got a lot of indoor rides, especially with how hot it is. 35 minutes for ET Adventure really isn't that bad. That's probably about average. This one does tend to get a long line for the most part. On second thought, yeah, that line was pretty long, so I'm just gonna bail on ET for today. I've done it many times. It's still an absolute classic, but not like, it's one of my favorite rides here, but again, I'm local, so I could come back and ride it anytime. And look at this, they've already gotten an archway set over here. I believe this is for Halloween Horror Nights. We're not necessarily into the time of the year where they bring out all the Horror Nights decorations just yet, but that time is almost here. And also they got this random horse out here. I'm not sure what this horse is for. Maybe it's for Halloween Horror Nights. I'm not sure why this horse is here, but yep, they got a horse right here. And since our last video here at Universal Orlando, the horror makeup show has closed. I think it's just they're doing some enhancements to the attraction. So it is coming back eventually, but right now it is currently closed. And Beetlejuice is out here roaming around in Hollywood. Just remember, don't say the B word. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Whoop, we're cooked. But now we are here to check out the Spielberg Summer Blockbusters shop. So this is this summer's tribute store. So we walk in here, as you can see, got the sign right here, and then we walk in and we just see all these different films that Steven Spielberg has directed. So right over here is Jaws, which is that was the first ever summer blockbuster. It's one of my personal favorite films of all time. This is definitely one amazing movie. And then you got E.T. right here, which came out in 1982. It came out 7 years after Jaws. And this is another classic film. It's one of my dad's favorite movies ever. I still need to watch E.T. again. I haven't watched that in a long time, but I remember it being pretty iconic though and very emotional. You got the bikes right there. That's really cool. And then we go into the second room right here. And this is Jurassic Park, this is another one of my favorite films ever made. I absolutely love Jurassic Park. Like the first Jurassic Park movie, I'd argue say is a top 15 movie of all time. It is so good. And then you got the Lost World Jurassic Park, which is kind of, some people, this one's either you like it or you're not. I personally like the Lost World Jurassic Park. And, oh hi. And then, here's actually a model of the baby raptor from the Lost World.
It's a little copy. They're little rats.
It was, I think it was definitely, there was something from, it was from the Lost World. I remember the Lost World Jurassic Park. Because over there is the raptor. I think that's the raptor right there. But yeah, personally, I don't hate the Lost World Jurassic Park. I know a lot of people do, but I actually enjoy it. And then right over here is a poster for the new movie that just came out recently with Disclosure Day. I gotta watch this in the theaters. I have plans to eventually in the future with my family. But yeah, this is let's look at the picture right there from the movie. It came out June 12th, the day I was at Carowinds. So yeah, that's that. And there's a trailer for the new movie too that you can watch here in the Tribute Store. Disclosure Day. Yeah, I definitely gotta watch that. And then in here you've got merchandise from each of the big three movies that were displayed over here in the Jurassic Park Tribute Store. Or not, sorry, the Steven Spielberg Tribute Store. I mean, it has Jurassic Park in it as we're looking at it right now. But yeah, overall, I'd say this is definitely one of the best tribute stores Universal has done. This is absolutely fantastic, especially someone like me who loves Steven Spielberg and love the work that he's done. This is absolutely fantastic. I mean, he's made some iconic movies. And yeah, glad to see Universal's paying homage to Steven Spielberg here. Now, before I leave, I'd still at least do one ride on Villain Club Minion Blast to see if I can make the top 30 for today. 10 minutes standby, so why not? Let's see, do we make the top 30 for today? Yes, we made the top 30, number 27. Let's go. Number 27. That's how it's done, guys. That is how it's done. It does look like there are some storms that are rolling in, so I think this is our cue to make our way out of Universal Studios Florida. I can just tell this spike is going to be a total game changer for the Universal Orlando Resort Skyline whenever this coaster does open up. I mean, this thing is like so close right up at your face, like as you're walking into Universal Studios Florida. I just can't wait to see riders on that. It's going to be fantastic. And over the coming months, guys, we will get a bunch of different construction updates for you guys so you guys can see the different progress of how the roller coaster is doing. Yeah, this is going to be one fantastic ride. I just can't wait to see the Skyline with this and also the Incredible Hulk and Velocicoaster all at the same time. Like, that is going to be fantastic. So now we're inside City Walk, and we do have some more updates to share inside City Walk. And one of the big ones here is that back in this building, which you have Moe's and Panda Express, they also used to have a Burger King Whopper bar. However, that has since closed and is currently being remodeled to a Five Guys. So instead of now just having Moe's and Panda Express, you will also have inside those doors a Five Guys, which will be really nice. I personally love Five Guys, one of my top fast food chains. So yeah, this will be exciting. And then over here they have at Red Coconut Club, they are doing retro nights over here. I guess this is the nightclub for the summer. I've already been here off camera, but I did take some pictures and stuff. So it is not open today. It is open Wednesday through Sunday. Opens at 6 p.m., closes at 12 a.m. This is a very fun nightclub. I had a really good time over here. They got some great music, and this is open for all ages, so anybody can go inside and have a good time here. I absolutely loved this. This is a great place to hang out during the summer months. And then over here is the Hot Dog Hall of Fame, which is another location to eat here at City Walk. And this one is closing pretty soon because it'll be themed to a Joey Fatone. It'll be like a Joey Fatone hot dog stand. I believe that's what it is. I just know it's gonna be themed to Joey Fatone, but I'm kind of surprised that it's still open. I figured that they had already closed it, but it is still open. Again, I've already had food, but hey, it is still open for you guys to come here and enjoy a meal before they close it. And then this is really cool that Universal is doing over here. So for Pride Month, which you guys know it is June for Pride Month, Universal is inviting guests to celebrate Love is Universal. So on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays over at the Red Coconut Club, which is where I told you where that one nightclub was, they're going to be having exclusive drinks. They have a DJ and a bunch of different live entertainment. I think this is really cool, especially to support the LGBTQ community, which I do as well. Anybody is welcome here in Theme Park Guy Productions at all times. And so I think it's very awesome that Universal is doing this, especially for the LGBTQ community, which to me, this is fantastic. So yeah, definitely if you're in City Walk, definitely check it out. So we made it back to the front of Universal, and I'm going to end the video here. And overall, this is a fun day here at Universal Orlando. Got to see the new Steven Spielberg tribute store and check out all the new updates around City Walk. Got to see the new roller coaster, which is looking absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to experience that ride in 2027. And got to ride some of my favorite attractions as well. And just get to walk around the park, because I know it is very hot today. Looks like it's about to rain, so like I said, I'm making my way out. So without further ado, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe as well for more videos in the future if you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you guys know when I upload a new video. And as always, make sure to check out Theme Park Guy Productions as well on all social media platforms. Linktree will be in the description below. See you guys next time, and as always, you are clear for dispatch.